We're going to talk briefly about the inside of a livestock trailer and some of the best approaches we can do in an emergency response during a wreck. What you're looking at now is towards the front of the trailer. There's three basic sections of a trailer: the nose section, the center section, and the rear deck section. As in most wrecks, the trailer will end up on its side. And the easiest access to remove animals in the case of an accident is through the roof. That's the easiest part of the access to the top deck. The hardest part of the trailer to get to is the bottom deck. And we're going to take a walk down there, and I can explain one of the areas you don't want to cut into, or it won't do you any good to cut into on a trailer, because the material doesn't cut easily. So if we can take a walk down the trailer, I'll show you into the belly area and the center section and some of the points I was talking about. I can show you the deck sections and the access to those. We're in the lower section of the trailer now. It's called the belly area. The deck I'm standing on and the deck above me are both constructed in the same manner. There's aluminum I-beams with tread plate decking on them. It's not going to do first responders much good to try and cut through these decks to get to the cattle because of the space in the I-beams, the strength of the material. It'll just take a long time to cut through them, and the response time will take longer. Again, as most wrecks happen, the trailers are on its side. The top deck, we'll walk up there later. You can access that through the roof, but this bottom deck area is the toughest access there is. What you see here is a divide gate. When cattle are being transported, this gate is closed. Imagine the trailer laying on its side. The cattle that are forward of this gate are laying against the side sheet. They're scrambling to get up. This gate is closed. When first responders come in, they're going to come in through the rear of the trailer to this area. This gate can be removed. Very easy to cut off. Here on the sidewall, the gate is hinged here. They can take a saw, jaws of life. This gate can be cut off and removed. That way the whole belly center section, the access is open, and they can open this gate, cut that gate off if need be, and access the cattle right through the rear. This gate is held in place by, call it gravity locks. You can pull the handle up that way, the gate closes. You can push it that way, the gate swings the other way. Imagine the trailer laying on its side, and this gate is in a bind. Again, you can go over to the sidewall here, cut these hinges off, top and bottom. There's two plates you can cut. The gate then will fall to the side, and animals can exit the trailer through the rear. At the back of the trailer, in an accident, again, visualize the trailer is laying on its side, okay? This end sheet of the trailer is the easiest part to cut. So if the trailer is laying on its curb side and animals are laying on that side as well, you can cut this end panel off. The animals in the back deck area can exit here. It's not going to do any good with it laying on its side to cut this part. Okay? So, this sheet is opened. Animals will exit. Visualize a hole here. When I roll up this door, you can see this deck area would be wide open. Animals will exit here. That door is still in the closed position. Rescuers can enter that trailer. They can cut off that ramp if need be, cut off that gate if need be, and you have full access to the animals coming out this end sheet. Now just reverse the procedure. The trailer is laying on the roadside. This door will be in a closed position. With the trailer laying on its side, on the roadside, animals are obviously going to be laying down here. You can access the rear of the trailer by taking a saw, and if you guys want to get a close-up of this, these doors are held together by these door slippers. You can take a saw, cut right through there, the door panels will fall out. You don't have to get into cutting the frame of the door, because this is going to be much quicker access just to cut these panels. The animals then, same procedure, you open it up, the belly opens up, you cut the gates out, animals will exit on that side. The view that you're looking at now is at the roof of the trailer. The roof of the trailer is an aluminum skin, and what you see there are called roof crossbows. They're also aluminum. The easiest access to the trailer is through the roof. It is the lighter material. It's easy to cut through, and in the way of rebuilding a trailer or repairing it, the roof is the less costly part of any of the trailer to repair, and it does provide the greatest access to animals that are in the top deck. So any section of that roof can be opened up during an accident, whether it's over the front nose section or the center section of the trailer. What we're going to talk about now is the areas of the trailer that it will not do first responders or rescuers any good to try and cut into. These are structural parts of the trailer, and they're much stronger material. Again, it does not provide access. What you have here is the rear frame of the trailer, starts above the tires. This is where the suspension and everything is located underneath the deck. Again, you cannot even access this area, and it would do no good to cut into. The rear partition here, this gusset post, it's a structural part as well. Again, no reason to cut into here. Material is too strong, too heavy, too much thickness, and to try and cut into that won't provide access to the trailer. As we look at the bottom of the trailer, you start with this bottom rail that runs the length of the center section. That's another structural member. No reason to cut into that, because access can't be gained by cutting in through this rail. If first responders needed to climb on top of the trailer, visualize it laying on its side, they can get up here. If they had to, they can cut into this side sheet material and enter the trailer. But again, cattle can't exit this way. It's only going to be for their access. The simplest access is to come to these side doors. When the trailer is laying on that side, you can open these doors, and first responders can enter the trailer from this direction. This side rail continues up through this area. Again, no reason to cut into here. You get into this section here. This is the front gusset post. It's a structural member. Again, no reason to cut through this area here. Cannot gain access. As you get into the front frame area, underneath here are the cross members, the kingpin assembly, the front H members. This is all very heavy duty, strong material. Again, not going to do any good to try and cut into this, because you cannot gain access into the trailer from this direction. Well, this will be in color, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. This section here, what you see is this black section. This is all called this is a steel H member. This is where the kingpin, that part there that attaches to the truck. This is a structural member, very heavy duty, very strong. Again, does no good to try and cut into this area when trying to access the cattle, because in an accident the truck's going to be attached here as well, so your access is not going to be very good. Now, coming around to the front of the trailer, if first responders or rescuers felt they had to get into the nose of the trailer to get to the animals, they can cut through this nose sheet here. Keep in mind, the truck will be attached. There could be a spare tire here, so access is going to be limited, but they can get into this area if need be. But still, the easiest access is through the back of the trailer, from what I described earlier. This side of the trailer, is identical to the other side of the trailer. Same areas, front gusset post, bottom rail, rear frame. Again, cannot access the animals through there, no need to be cutting in that area.